people can boast of having a video on mainstream TV that is doing so well. I remember I opened up for the Rick Ross show. I've performed at the AY Live show. I mean, big platforms that the average artist that's just coming out and breaking back out into the scene doesn't get those opportunities, I would say, in that type of span. So since joining Soul Music, I mean, one, it's just been a complete blessing. Two, I've grown so much as an artist. You know, I was doing music obviously before. I've been doing it for a while. But Dari is such a perfectionist, and the whole team of Soul Music, they're so tight with what they do that it pushes you yourself, you'll be afraid to fall short because you're dealing with people who already put you on a pedestal and expect you to perform and show up every single time. So you now push yourself inside like, am I sure this is okay? Let me see if I can dig deep. And, you know, Dari himself, even when you present your materials or whatever it is you're doing, he'll always tell you there's always room for more. So that has really helped me to...
So Dari is pretty much a taskmaster.
He's very... I don't even know which adjective to give him, but he's definitely a perfectionist, and he knows what he's doing. You know, he's been in the game for a while, and he's just really helped me to be a more well-rounded person and to just improve my craft on myself. Mm-hmm. You know, and that goes for the whole team. You know, his wife, Diola Atalade, that's my oga at the top, and she's an amazing woman, and not just in my career, but even in my personal life. It's just such a blessing to have a woman in this industry as your friend, as your boss, and all that. And she's really helped me just to develop even on my own. And it's wonderful. And that's why it seems like it's been long.
Yes, it looks like it. But in terms of release, have you dropped anything of note? And I know that you are in one of his videos. I don't know whether you've done a duet with Dari as well or other people.
Funny enough, before we officially signed, I featured on his Love the Way You Are remix with LD and Mochetta. I'm the last person singing on it. So we had actually done collaborations from then. And then again, like you said, I'm in his Sisi Eko video. I have the 2 singles out, Lolola, and I have another single out, Totally Yours, featuring reggae artist Wayne Wonder, which again is, you know, great. I don't know how many artists can boast of having an international collaboration with such a huge star, you know. So a lot of great things have been going on, and we're still in the studio working on a lot more material.
Now, do you find the Nigerian music scene tough? Because there's so many artists out there.
Yeah.
So many people singing and so many people doing well, not just singing,
right?
Doing well, both locally and internationally. I mean, how do you react to that? Do you find it oppressive? Is it a challenge to you?
Definitely a challenge. I wouldn't say I see it as tough, more so than I see the industry as, you know, unfortunately, I think it's our structure that holds us back, if anything. The industry itself, like you said, is submerged with so much talent, but it's the structure that surrounds us that I find challenging. You know, when you're trying to put your craft out and do it to the best of your ability, and then there's the little things around you that make it difficult. Piracy, you know, copyright laws, so many things. And these are the things I think that now make the industry challenging. But the industry itself, I mean, I love it. It's like a heartbeat, and it keeps beating, and you know, you just want to be involved, and it has you trying to beat along with it. You don't want to fall short. So I think, you know, I think there's room for, even though we have so many artists, there's room for everybody. And I love how, you know, the Nigeria itself is taking so deep to our own music. I mean, you can go out to a club and you won't even hear any foreign music.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll play it for like 10 minutes, you know, so that is a good thing. And we're also getting acclaim outside of the country. So for me, I love a challenge.
Where are the places you've performed outside the country recently?
Recently, no, I've been grinding it out in Nigeria. I haven't. I've been grinding it out.
I like the expression. Grinding it out.
Grinding it out.
Now, when you look at the music scene in Nigeria, a lot of people talk about the fact that there isn't enough depth in the training that our musicians have to go through? You know that in a place like US or UK and other places, from a very young age, you learn how to sing and sing properly. You learn how to dance if you want to go into dancing and do it properly and creatively.
Right.
But we don't have that opportunity here. What's your thoughts about that part of the issues that we have to contend with?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I am excited about the new generation because that will soon change. That's one.
Okay.
Two, I think it's beyond the music industry. I think it's more of a cultural barrier. And I say this because, you know, you might have two parents and, you know, they notice their child, let's say i.e. a Beyonce, at 5 years old who displays this, you know, amazing big talent. And because of the structure of the entertainment scene in the US or UK, those parents can feel like, wow, you know, we have something here. Let's see how we can develop it. Because the reality is that someone like a Beyonce was developed from her home, you know, but it took the parents having to understand identifying the talent and what she possessed and how big it can be. And you also have to have a society that welcomes that to an extent. Because it's hard to really push yourself when your society, you know, I know how many, I can imagine for so many.
You have to be a doctor.
Yeah, yes, you know, your parents might not even be until, for some reason, at that time you're so big that it's now a prideful thing. Imagine going home to your parents at 17, like, mommy, daddy, I want to go and, not even let's take everything, I want to go and dance. Facial killing. You know, how do I tell my peers and my friends that...
I know what you mean, because I wanted to be a dancer when I was young. And I could never get home and say so.
So I think, how can we now build institutes and places that will encourage our youth to train? I'm all for going to school. I went to school. I finished. My parents were very clear.
And you didn't tell us what you studied, by the way?
I studied law.
Zaina is actually a lawyer.
And my parents were very clear, but they were also very open to the fact that once you do all those things, hey, by all means, if you want to be a bricklayer, hey, brick on, go on, you know. So I think that it's a cultural barrier that has kept us from the development stage of the arts.
Things are changing, Zaina.
Things are changing, and that's why I said I'm happy about the new generation. I'm happy about platforms like this. I'm sure years and years ago you would never have, you know, musicians and artists and things like that come on, you know, nationwide TV shows like this. It's just, you know.
Okay, so in terms of...
They would even be too ashamed to come on anyway.
How did I explain, you know?
to move on, for the industry to grow and grow properly, what do you see happening, or what would you say should be happening?
We definitely need the support of the government. That's one, because the support of the government and lawmakers, first of all, will put all those factors in place that we need to even function properly, where everybody's protected. Our protection is...
So you need legislature.
We need legislators. Let producers, you know, you have these producers who put out hit songs every day, and they don't get anything. The producers overseas are sitting pretty. You know, they know that as long as their music is playing, they don't have to talk to the artist.
All the way to the bar.
Thank you, smiling. So we need a lot of things in place. Number one, to protect this industry that we have. And then, number two, I think just the support of the country as a whole so that we can actually branch out and the rest of the world can recognize the talent that we have here. And I think the talent is already there. So I don't think it's an issue of us needing more or less artists, or that's already there. You know, yes, you have your party songs. We have so much depth. I mean, we have Asha that came out of here. We have the great fella that came out of here. And even our Nigerians that are not here, like Shadi Adu and all these people, we have talent. So that's not the issue.
Nigeria's got talent.
Yeah, Nigeria's got talent. It's more so just an overall mechanism of everybody coming together so that it can turn together. It has to, we need to join hands.
Okay, when we...
first of all, let me put you on notice that you're going to sing us out after we have signed off today's program. So you can start thinking about what you're going to sing.
Okay.
Okay?
But before you go then, what should we expect to see from you
in the near future?
Very near future.
In the near future. Well, definitely another video will be coming out very soon.
When is
That's the one with Wayne Wonder. I want
Wayne
to say
Wonder.
yes. I tracked it down all the way from Jamaica. Like, come on, you got to be in my video.
What kind of single is that going to be? Or an album?
It's actually out. The Totally Yours. It's reggae based.
Yeah.
But it's light reggae. Of course, he brings the real reggae flavor to it, and it's a really nice song.
And
It's a
then
love
you do
song.
the R&B.
And then I do the R&B, but you know, I can give it my little Zaina flavor too.
Okay.
So that video will be coming out very soon. Another single very soon. Some collaborations, and definitely, hopefully, seeing me on the stage more often, because really that's what it's about. It's about entertaining the fans and, you know, getting a chance to have that one-on-one moment with them.
What about awards?
Awards. Well, I've actually been nominated for a couple awards with the Nigerian Entertainment Awards. That's based out in New York.
Okay, yeah.
Haven't won any yet, so if anybody's listening, you know.
Maybe you need to work harder.
I'm definitely gonna push until I get that award. You know, we're pushing all the way to the Grammys. You know, and then that's the point too. I mean, just recently we had the BET nominations, Ice Prince and Two Face. I mean, this is BET. You know, so Nigerian music is definitely, you know, on the scene, on the map. Yeah, so...
The one thing that a lot of people talk about in the entertainment industry today is collabos.
Collabos.
Are you looking at any collabos?
Definitely. Of course, with my home team, Muzik and Dare. And then I'm open in general out there. So I just love music. So as long as I have a chance to do my thing on the track, then the collabos are open.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It was such a pleasure.
No, it's great having you here. We've been speaking with Zainab Agoro, also known as Zaina, and also known as Zaina Baby.
You love Zaina.
Zaina Baby on Twitter.
Yes.
And some of us do follow you, and we enjoy the things that you say about music and about Nigeria. It's great to see a very patriotic Nigerian. So, you'll be singing us out. So, Alera,
so
wrap up.
That's our package for today. We'll bring you a fresh one next Saturday, he being our strength. Wishing you a happy weekend and a blessed week ahead. I am Alero Edu.
My name is Kadi Akintone. Here's hoping that you have a wonderful weekend and a great week, and trusting that all will be well with our nation, Nigeria.
Amen to that.
Amen. We all say that. So over to you, Zaina.
Okay. So am I singing to
sing to Nigeria? Just sing. That's what you do.
Well, I'll give you a snip of what's to come in the new video. We grew up in the same hood. We went to the same school together. We were just like bread and butter, yeah. And everything was all good. But I knew he would find another.